Probably the hardest part about intermittent fasting is finding a breakfast recipe that's going to work for your schedule and that's going to taste good. So today I want to share with you guys 5 of my favorite intermittent fasting breakfast recipes that fit all different types of situations, whether you're at work, whether you're in a meeting, whether you're a teacher, on the go, or at home. So I'm going to be sharing those 5 recipes with you guys in today's video. All right guys, if you're new to my channel and you don't know who I am, my name's Autumn and I'm a certified clinical nutritionist with my master's nutrition human performance. On my channel, I'm typically talking about the science-backed and holistic methods that you can use in order to achieve your wellness dreams. So if you have a wellness goal in mind, make sure you subscribe. Okay, so this first recipe is one of my go-to favorites. It's something that if you're on the go a lot and maybe you need to be eating in your car or having something quick and easy, it's a really great option. And this is my strawberry coconut chia brekkie bowl. And the reason why I really like this one is because you can make like 4 or 5 of these for the entire week in 10 minutes or less. And it has all of those ingredients that are really going to keep you satiated and satisfied and help prevent sugar cravings. And because of that, it's also going to help stabilize blood glucose levels. So it's really full of those satiating proteins, fats, and fibers that are super important for intermittent fasting and achieving a weight loss goal. You're going to start off with a base of 2 to 4 tablespoons of chia seeds, which is where you're going to get a lot of that fiber component. Approximately a 1/4 cup of Greek yogurt, but you can use a little bit more if you like your brekkie bowls a little bit more creamy. And then a 1/4 cup of coconut milk. And you guys know that I like to make this from scratch. You can check it out with this video right here, but you can also use a store-bought, just make sure it's unsweetened. So you can just whisk this up or shake it up in a mason jar and just let it sit for about 30 minutes or overnight. Then from here, you can add your favorite toppings. I personally love adding on coconut flakes or cashews or low sugar fruit like strawberries or raspberries. And a good tip for this is to get those like single serving mason jars, which I actually have some. I'll show you real quick. Okay, so this actually isn't technically a mason jar. I actually just took leftover coconut butter or the jar from coconut butter and I just cleaned it out. But this would be perfect for a single serving. So you would just add in your chia pudding or your chia brekkie bowl as the base to this, top it with your toppings, and then bring it along with you in your purse. So a lot of A&P peeps or clients of mine who are in the car a lot, especially for work, tend to go for a recipe like this because it is really easy to bring on the go. Okay, so the second one is really great, especially if you are in meetings or if you're a teacher and you don't really have a proper time to break for lunch. This is my blueberry chia smoothie. Now, one pro tip here is I would recommend drinking it through a straw if you are in a meeting or if you are teaching, because it is totally possible to get chia seeds or blueberries in your teeth. And if you're drinking it through a straw, then you can still have this during a meeting or while teaching and not have that awkward situation where people are staring at you like there's something right there. So the ingredients for this recipe, which serves one, is 10 ounces of some type of unsweetened nut milk. I personally like coconut milk. And then for the protein, around 3/4 to 1 cup of Greek yogurt. You can also swap this out for some type of plant-based protein powder if you're looking for a plant-based option. 2 tablespoons of chia seeds, 1 to 2 tablespoons of the nut butter of your choice. I personally have really been craving almond butter lately, but you can also use peanut butter. A 1/4 cup frozen blueberries. And if you find that you're not as carbohydrate sensitive, you can also add in a 1/2 of a frozen banana just to make it a little bit more thicker. So really great tip for this if you are in meetings or if you're a teacher is to just make sure that you blend it when you're at home and then keep it in some type of thermos with a straw. That way it's going to stay cool. You can just give it a little shake. It still is going to last, still going to be great. And if you have some type of fridge available, then you can keep it in there as well. Okay, so this third option is really great if you're at home and you have the ability to actually make something right then and there when you go to break your fast. And this is my warming egg and cabbage scramble, which I know can sound a little weird, but is something that, oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with lately. So eggs are particularly great to break your fast with because it's a really great source of both protein and fat. So it's going to keep you very satiated and really help stabilize those blood glucose levels after a fasted state. So for this recipe, I always first start off with taking 1 to 2 cups of some type of green cabbage and sauteing it up with either a tablespoon of olive oil or grass-fed butter. Also throw in about a 1/4 to 1/2 cup of onions, just add some flavor in there, and then of course add some sea salt on top. Once that's done and you have that on your plate, then you can just quickly scramble up 2 to 3 eggs, add that into the pan after, and cook them to the way that you like it. And then for a little bit of extra crunch, but also to help increase the satiety component of fat, I also like to add on a couple tablespoons of pumpkin seeds, and occasionally even add on about 1 ounce of some type of sharp cheddar shredded on top, which if you tend to be a little bit sensitive to lactose, this might still be a good cheese option for you because generally speaking, more aged cheeses are going to be fairly low in lactose. And if you're getting a really high quality type of cheese, then this is going to be a great source of adding in a little bit more protein and high quality fat to make sure that you are getting satiated. Now, this fourth recipe is really great if you're inviting people over for brunch. This is my brunchy breakfast plate. Now, the reason why this one is especially great for brunch is because it is slightly more time consuming. It just adds a couple extra steps, but it's a really fun brunch type of recipe that you can use when friends are over and still have it be in line with your wellness and weight loss goals. Now, this recipe is kind of a spin on just the classic American breakfast where, you would typically have like hash browns and eggs, but instead of the hash browns for this recipe, I used cauliflower rice and added in a ton of those hash brown type of seasonings to really make it feel like you are having hash browns, but without something that's going to have that big spike and fall in your blood glucose levels. Now, this recipe is featured from my Autumn's Nerdy Kitchen cookbook, so I'll have the link for that you can check it out down in the description below. Okay, so this fifth recipe is another one of those great on-the-go recipes where you can have it during meetings, when you're in the car, or you just have it at home whenever you want. This is my turmeric pineapple smoothie. So this is also featured from my complete intermittent fasting bundle, but I'm gonna share this one with you guys today because, oh my gosh, it is just my favorite. Okay, so for the ingredients for one serving, you're going to start off with about 10 ounces of some type of unsweetened nut milk. I've also used this one with water before, just out of laziness, and it worked out really well too. Next, you have a half cup of frozen pineapple, 1/2 teaspoon of ground ginger, a teaspoon of ground turmeric. So obviously we're getting a lot of really great anti-inflammatory action with this smoothie. A tablespoon of coconut butter, which is where I got this jar from, a tablespoon of chia seeds or flax seeds, whichever one you prefer, and then a pinch of ground black pepper, which sounds a little weird, but you won't even taste it, and it's really important for essentially activating the turmeric. And then for the protein source, either a serving of your favorite protein powder or 1 cup of Greek yogurt, which is my personal favorite. And then I like to top it with some type of crunchy coconut flakes. You can either make your own, which I've shared in the past how I do that before, or you can just buy them pre-toasted, or just not have them toasted, whatever you prefer. Now, if you're looking for even more options on how to break your fast while you're on the go, highly recommend you check out this video next. Also, if you're new to my channel and you love the science-backed information, make sure you subscribe right here. Come out with new videos every Tuesday and Thursday. All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in my next video.